Forgiveness, the healing power of forgiveness. Discover how to use the power of forgiveness to truly live a much happier, productive, and fulfilling life. By Ace McCloud. Narrated by Joshua Mackey. Introduction. I want to thank you and congratulate you for purchasing the audiobook Forgiveness, the healing power of forgiveness. Discover how to use the power of forgiveness to truly live a much happier, productive, and fulfilling life. This book contains proven steps and strategies on how to forgive others and yourself. This will allow you to stop dealing with the pain of old wounds and heal them once and for all. Once this is done, you can become much more productive and be happy and unencumbered by resentment and anger. The act of forgiveness is not an easy thing to do. You've been wronged. Your emotions are in turmoil. Whatever the offender did, it took you from a calm, peaceful life and threw you into an unpleasant, dramatic situation that upset your everyday life. How do you move on and get past this? Forgiveness is a process that frees the mind of negative emotions in order to restore peace and harmony in life. It doesn't mean everything goes back comfortably to the way it was. It just means that you accept what happened. You stop rehashing the event over and over, and you can regain the strength to carry on without resentment and anger. Forgiveness also allows for healing and helps you to move on to bigger and better things in life. Gerald G. Jampolsky, MD, author, physician, psychiatrist, and founder of the International Center for Attitudinal Healing, said, "Forgiveness is the key to peace and happiness and is the greatest healer of all." Without forgiveness, the world would be a horrible place full of anger and fear. Having the ability to forgive is a great attribute. Holding a grudge over someone only holds on to the past and doesn't allow one to progress pleasantly towards the future. Grudges prevent healing and allow hate to fester. I knew a woman that thought she married the most wonderful man in the world. Unfortunately, he cheated on her, and she found out about the affair. She got a divorce, and that should have been the end of it. But she was so consumed by the betrayal, she couldn't move forward. She tried to date other men, but she continued to dwell on the experience and believed all men were the same. She trusted no one and even went as far as planning revenge on her ex-husband. She could have been doing something much better with her energy, and she'll never know all the great relationships she may have missed out on by being so consumed by anger and hatred. Ultimately, she drifted away from the church, lost most of her friends, and now lives alone, just going out of the house to go to work and back. Forgiveness frees the soul and the mind. In some cases, it's said to reduce blood pressure and heart rate. Forgiving someone may help you to sleep at night instead of tossing and turning as you think about the past. Forgiveness can reduce anger, depression, and anxiety. However, it's not something that can be turned on and off at will like a light switch. You have to work at it. Sometimes it takes a few weeks to forgive someone for what they've done. Other times it takes longer. It all depends on the person and the circumstances. It's much easier to forgive someone for eating what you put aside for your lunch at the office than to forgive someone who drove drunk and killed a family member. You can't force yourself to forgive too soon. If you're not ready, you won't get the results that are needed to set you free and promote healing. Working some of the exercises in this book and understanding methods of forgiving will prepare your heart to finally forgive. Some things that prevent forgiveness include anger, being afraid of the circumstance happening again, and therefore being unwilling to forgive and forget, and having an ego that won't allow forgiveness. The offended person might be comfortable being considered a victim and enjoy the attention. They may not want to admit that they were hurt for fear that they'll be embarrassed, or they may be in denial, saying that they do forgive someone when they didn't actually go through the process, and the resentment still burns within them. They may think the offender doesn't deserve forgiveness because of the act, or because they're not sincere about being sorry.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?